Hey everyone. So I'm going to be posting some narcissist or narcissism videos. Got a lot of ideas in my head. And you all know that my narcissism videos have gone down as far as views. But I'm hoping that some of them increase in views. And at some point I think I'm going to make a narcissism channel. So we'll see how that goes. So what I wanted to talk to you all about today is narcissists hiding who they really are. So, for example, you have a narcissist. Let's say this narcissist is physically abusive. It's a male narcissist that goes home and beats his wife. They know it's wrong. That's why they don't do it in public. Because they don't want other people seeing them or knowing. As well as they may get arrested. You know, if that really exists anymore. So, narcissists, like, intellectually and logically, they know that the things that they do are wrong. And they don't want other people seeing it, because if other people see what they're doing, that puts them in a bad light. It lets people know who they really are. And they do not want that out. That's the narcissistic mask. You know, you hear about people saying the narcissistic mask fell off. You will never see rage in your life like when the narcissistic mask falls off. And for the more passive-aggressive narcissists, they will rage in their own way. They might just stop talking to you. They might cut you off from finances, whatever it is. They're going to let you know that you stepped out of line and that you did not help them to keep things quiet. I'm going to use my own experience right now, what I'm going through, as an example. It's very generic. So let's say you're going through a serious illness, right? So you've got a family member who's a real dickhead, hasn't cared about you for forever, and you've known it. But now that you're sickly, that you're going through a disease, they might come out. And they might even make a public announcement, maybe on Facebook. They might take some pictures with you and show what a good time you guys are having at the mall or at the river or at the waterfalls. Because it's very important to them that other people see them as altruistic, empathic, and having empathy, which is all, we all know it, that's a lie. But it's detrimental to them in their own eyes if other people see what heinous, psychopathic, cruel, sadistic scumbags they are. Because at the heart of it, that is what they are. And you will see this from a lot of narcissists. So what they'll do is they'll hide. They'll try to hide what really goes on. The fact that they cut you out of the will intentionally after your dad died, they will do whatever they can to hide that from public or other people. And the minute that someone not directly involved starts putting two and two together, they'll either cut that person out or rage at them. Because inherently inside, they know what scum they are. They know what scum they are. They know that they never were there for you. They know that they don't have empathy. They know that they're mean. They know that they're a bully. They know they stole your money. They know they did this. They know they did that. They know they raped you. Whatever it is that they did, they know what they did. They know that society does not look well upon those kinds of behaviors. So, because all that they have to create their own version of their life is their false construction of who they are, anybody that puts a hole in it is a threat. So, I happen to think a lot of the people that you see publicly going to hospitals or raising money for charities, I think a lot of them are hardcore super narcissists. And that's the virtue signaling. I'm not saying every single person that does things publicly, I don't mean every single person, but the ones that just go over the top. I'm going to use Michael Jackson as an example. I know a lot of people get upset. You guys know at this point I don't care, right? Why does everybody have to know? Heal the world, make it a better place. Why does everybody have to think that they're this great person, that they care so much? You know why? Because it's not who they are. A lot of them are in public office. In fact, a lot of the public narcissists are really leading double lives. And honestly, at this point, if I happen to be watching like a detective show or something, and they talk about a person having a double life, I mean, to me, the first thing I think is narcissism, perhaps even psychopathy. Psychopath's a whole different thing, especially when it's involving killing and murder. But look at how the pedophiles hide their abuse. I mean, the grooming, the telling the children, if you tell someone I will kill your parents, etc. I mean, this is extreme. You know, I'm going to an extreme example. But I'm just talking about hiding. Because they know that it's not acceptable to most people what they're doing. And a lot of times, unfortunately, that's when they're going to bear down more on the person or persons that they're abusing. So if it's the husband abusing the wife, beating the crap out of her, or his children, he's going to do it more. Because, and honestly, at this point, if I ever go out to a restaurant or I'm out in public and I see a family that are sitting there like with their the children with their hands in their lap, not moving, not smiling, not playing, just sitting there being very obedient, that screams to me, abuser. Screams. The woman or the wife as well. That she has to be a certain way, she's got to wear a certain dress, she's got the fake smile, the children have the fake smile. Oh, what was that? The Dugar. Reminds me of the Dugars. You guys ever see that show? I don't think I saw the show, but I saw like clips of it. It's exactly like that. You know why it looks so perfect? Because it's not real. What's that one movie? Well, anyways, I can't think of that movie. But you remember Desperate Housewives? Bray? How Bray was so perfect? That's not real. I'm not saying Bray was abused, but that was, it's just not real. So the biggest job that the narcissist has is hiding their abuse, hiding their cruelty to their wife, hiding their cruelty to their employees, hiding the several extramarital affairs, because a lot of them are kind of like, you might call them sex addicts, I don't know, because they need constant narcissistic supply because inside they don't feel good about themselves. They have to, have multiple partners and multiple affairs. And so that would be like something they're hiding. They got Debbie on Monday, and then they've got Gina on Wednesday, and then they got Camille on Friday, whatever it is. They know that the rest of society does not accept that. And they know also, too, that those kinds of behaviors inflict pain on other people. I don't care if somebody's a freak, do your thing. I personally, if you don't hurt other people, I really don't care. But with the narcissist, it's all about hiding. And it's all about, like, projecting this certain kind of image. Like, I know one narcissist that's, like, goes around and tells everyone how religious they are. Oh, God this and God that. And, meanwhile, heinously abusing, family members. Talking badly about other people, being, like, racist in nature, just absolute abysmal person. But that's what they do. In fact, a lot of narcissists use religion as cover. And I don't mind if you're religious, that's your thing. But I'm talking about the narcissist religious person. At the heart of them is abuse. And at this point in my life, I'm actually really suspicious of people that are really super over the top about things. And it could be people that are really over the top. It could be narcissism. It could be something else. But, like, if you've got to go above and beyond and, like, hey, this is me, this is who I am, blah, blah, blah. If you have to be that over the top about it, that means inside you don't believe in yourself and something's not adding up. Because to me, how you treat other people, that's who you are. So I always pride myself in that I'm very authentic. I am. Like, anytime I go on a YouTube or Instagram or wherever I'm at, or even in my house, or if I'm out and about, nothing is going to be incongruent with what you see on YouTube. I might not want to share every single part of my private life, but I am who I say I am. That's why I always like that Eminem song, I am whatever you say I am, which is, I guess, a little opposite. But I mean, he's talking about, like, I'm authentic. That's who I am. But anytime you start to see, like, weird things with a person in which you see them hiding things, I think a lot of times it'll be a narcissist that's hiding abuse. Not like, I don't mean like just hiding little things. I mean like hiding big things. Like, let's say you're co-workers with this guy at work, and he's like, oh yeah, me and my wife were supposed to go to this public meeting, or no, not a public meeting. Me and my wife were supposed to go to this party, but she didn't feel well. And then you see him at the party, like, flirting with these other women. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I'm not just talking about infidelity. I'm just using that as an example. It's like you're seeing incongruencies, like things that are not adding up. Anyone that is, like, fighting tooth and nail about who they are, let's say you have a narcissist that's like, I'm this and I'm that. We've all met people like this. I'm this and I'm that. And I went to this university and I took this class and I was like top of the class and I went, I worked at this place and I worked, like, it's just too much, right? Which is, what is that also called? There's something else. That is something weird. It's something like, what are you hiding? Like, either they don't really have the credentials or they feel so insecure about themselves they have to, word vomit to everyone how great they are. Something's not adding up. And it's about hiding. Some of people that do that, they don't have any credentials. Like, I can use one example is there's a lot of people out in the world that will pretend to be a military person or a veteran, and then come to find out in the end that they're not. Or maybe they had maybe they went to basic training and got kicked out because their ankle was broken or something. Weird stuff like that. And trying to think of another example. A narcissist might hide a love child, right? They had relations with another person while they were married. The woman gives birth. That's a love child. That's hiding. What else? Really, at the end of the day, it's the narcissist is straight up abusive. They're just abusive. And I've found the most narcissistic people a lot of times have everyone fooled. Oh, they're just such a nice person, and they're so good to everyone, and they do so much for the people, and they help little cats, and they rescued a turtle last week, and they went to this school, and they were the best, and blah, 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 blah. Anyone that has to work that hard to tell you who they are, it's something to really wonder about, A narcissist who has created a completely different fictitious life might hide who their parents are. Or they might hide where they came from. And create that is extreme, and I haven't dealt with it in my own life, but I've seen television shows where people did that. That's kind of crazy to me. Come up with a completely fictitious life that didn't exist. But nothing will set the narcissist off more when you start to question them. Oh, you said you went to this school? What year was that? I knew a woman once, I don't know if she was a narcissist, but she always insisted she had gotten her GED when she lived in New York. She insisted on it. She went on and on and on and on. And I was younger and more naive. But then she was going to become a CNA, and then she needed her GED. But this is back before internet and stuff, so she needed to get her GED faxed over. So I believe she was completely bluffing and conning. She kept calling this school saying, why don't you guys have my GED, blah, blah, blah. Well, it never existed. To me, that's crazy that someone would do that, but people do stuff like that. A narcissist might hide that they're bilking money from their sick father. Or they might be taking money and then they'll say, oh yeah, we use the money for this, this, and this. And meanwhile, it's not true. In fact, I think there are a lot of financial crimes going on like that right now. It's always, but the whole hiding part comes is that they don't want people to see who they really are. And they will fight almost to the death for it. I've seen it. And like I always say, the best thing you can do is just not engage. Honestly, that's my answer. And I'm sometimes the lone loner. I don't necessarily want to always be alone, but I ain't tolerating anybody's abuse. Nobody. So I feel like with law of attraction, I will attract the right friends and the right people. So anyways, you guys, I hope that this was helpful. I really hope my narcissism videos start moving again. But anyways, if they don't, I'm going to find a way to take the videos and then upload them to a new channel and see how that goes. So have a good day, everyone. I'm doing fairly okay. I was, my tummy had some problems and I was nauseous for about 3 days, but that's starting to subside. So I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Have a good day, everyone.